They are shooting the lights out here. The Minnesota Lynx are leading the WNBA in opponent field goal percentage at 39.4%. And right now the Liberty are near 65% from the field. It's been a clinic from the field for New York. Extra feed. Brianna Stewart is good for 3.
Set me up. It's been faster than defense. They kind of lulled the defense to sleep on that left side of the court, and then quick swing, quick swing. That's how they're able to get the 3 ball to fall.
Williams takes the contested. Astier resets, top of the key. Coffee on her. This is the Liberty's largest lead. Can they add to it? Stewie draws a double. And a travel called on Stewie as McBride and Williams collide.
Stewart to knock down the 3, and she's shot ready. Teams are going to keep giving her that because you look at the numbers. She's having these back-to-back down years shooting the 3, but man, she's still pulling it with confidence.
Stewie now 8 of 11 from the field as Miles takes a long one, doesn't go, and Liberty, very methodical. Phoebish, no good there from the wing. Her spot's the corner. That one looked like it was on line, just rimmed in and out. Here's Coffee. Hers does the same. Halfway down and pops out as Stewie. Little point forward action, goes right at Miles, kicks out, extra feed, another extra. Astier, mismatch. Couldn't get around Howard. Good defense there by Natasha Howard. 7 to shoot. Stewie got it taken away by Miles for a second, then puts it up and in.
Just showcasing the IQ. Had Miles on her that first initial, but didn't get the shot that she wanted. And then as they moved the perimeter route, the Lynx never recovered. They kept Olivia Miles on Brianna Stewart. That's an easy mismatch in the middle of the paint.
Liberty with a 15-point lead until that shot drops by McBride. It is now Astier, nice move around Miles, gets it to JJ, thought about it, now steps back, takes the 3. Off the front of the rim, Lynx back in business. Almost an errant pass there by McBride, but Howard was able to corral and sets up Miles for a midi, no good. Williams is there for the scraps and puts it in.
Just takes it looks that the Lynx have been able to have here. It's why they're hanging around after Liberty's been getting stops.
15 second chance points already here at the start of the 3rd, and the Lynx are averaging just over 14 per game. Phoebish, corner pop, no good. Little Williams pushes pace, gets to the paint. That's her spot, and she hits. And a timeout for Chris DeMarco after that 7-0 spurt by the Lynx, cutting this lead down to 8.
In that first half here, they're right in the position that he wanted, down 8.
Courtney Williams with 11 in this game. Here's Ionescu, pulls from the top of the key, no good off the side of the rim. Astier couldn't get to it.
And here's where I think shot selection is going to come into play for the Liberty, because when they have these extended leads and they let teams creep back, the shot selection and the discipline, you don't need to shoot contested shots. You want to continue to have that ball move you had in the first half.
Catch and shoot 3, no good for McBride. 10th rebound for JJ, and then Miles takes it right away from Astier. Gets right in the bread basket and steals the bread. It was almost out of the Matrix right there.
Well, she is so flashy with the basketball.
Mr. Anderson. Ionescu with a second chance after that miss. Goes up against Williams, gets stopped, puts it up, and puts it in. Strong move by Ionescu.
Back-to-back times in that possession. After the missed 3, didn't settle, got to the rack, and then getting the defensive stop.
Turnover here, Stewie with the lead from Phoebish, and it's good, and a timeout by Cheryl Reeve. Liberty have built it back up to a 12-point lead with 5:0. Glad you could join us here on this Friday night in New York City, July 3rd, day before our country's 250th birthday. And what a way to celebrate with 2 of the top teams in the WNBA going at it here in New York City. That foul is on Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, Sab got caught up, was trying to show.
Enters the game for Astier. Five to shoot here for Williams. Phoebish with the active hands. Cookies for Phoebish. Let's see if the Liberty could add the milk. Oh, no. Can't cry over spilt milk, though. Have to play on.
And you see both of them going to each other.
When you get those cookies, you have to go to the fridge and get that milk. Good defense once again here by New York. Oh, great look inside from Miles to Williams, but she couldn't finish. You have to have your head on a swivel when Olivia Miles has the ball. Here's Phoebish. Can't get that to go. Weak side board, tapped out of bounds, and it's gonna go to Minnesota here. Just over 4 minutes to play is Antonia Dallaire. April 12th. Liberty showing a zone look here. Confusing the Lynx a little bit. It leads to a turnover. Bullet pass up for Stewie from Sabrina. What a look. And Sabrina was cheesing back here in the other painted area. More zone. This time they beat it as Howard lays it in over Jonquel Jones.
You know, it's such an interesting thing talking to Coach. She says that because they throw so many different defenses at you, the Liberty have turned on the zone. They have a random trap here or there. She said it was hard to prepare for them because, you know, she had Olivia Miles out there, the rookie, saying, you know, is this where they're going to be? Is this where they? She said, I don't know. Because they switch up their defenses so much, and the Lynx have had to adjust, and so far been struggling here in this quarter.
That was great hustle by Brianna Stewart to contest that three by McBride, but even better hustle by McBride to get to that loose ball after that miss to cut the lead back down to 10. As Phoebish is denied by Coffey. That is some ice cold brew right there.
She's like an outside hitter on that rejection.
Stood out Joe McEwen. He said every player likes to win. As Stewie gets that to go, great players hate to lose. And that's how he described Nia Coffey. – 16 points for Brianna Stewart in the first quarter. 2 points in the second quarter, 11 so far here in the third as Dallaire gets that three to go down.
Well, Dallaire getting some minutes here. Terrific shooter, shooting at 46%.
That was a great lead pass from Sabrina. Down by 13. They did trail the Mystics on June 24th by 12 in the fourth quarter. Came back and won that game. This team is never out of a game.
Never. And we know the New York Liberty have still been trying to figure out how to put together complete games. Multiple teams able to come back in the fourth.
Caldwell, cold from the wing.
She's a great three-point shoot to it. And again, it's a 10-point game right now. Lynx within reach. They're going to keep throwing things at you defensively and keep executing on offense.
Caldwell's first bucket of the game, shooting 41% from downtown this season. Ionescu can't get that one to go from the wing, just a little bit off. But again, it seems to be okay. Her and Kosu working at the top of the key, and another block by Hahn. Great body movement and those long arms. Couldn't get that one. Ball volleyballed once again. It'll stay here with Minnesota. Williams calls for the screen. Gets tied up, and now a whistle away from the play. Phoebish is going to pick up another personal.
They've been able to shrink these passing lanes. They haven't been able to get into their pick and roll offense cleanly.
Close out by Ionescu, gets to Dallaire, alters that, and here's Stewart grabbing that weak side board. Stewie came back in for Hahn, who in 8 minutes had 5 points and 2 blocks. Big time factor, both ends of the floor. 5 to shoot. Nice look inside. JJ to Phoebish. What a look by Jonquel Jones.
Yeah, Delaire on the backside and just lost sight.
11, 10, and 5. Delaire, no good on that. Back into the game for Delaire. Astier goes right around her, puts it up high off the glass, doesn't get it to go.
And we talked about them being shorthanded. I mean, they don't have Satu Sabali here tonight as well, still out for concussion protocol.
Way back from concussion-like symptoms. Good hands there by Astier. Liberty once again back in his zone look. Howard can't get the bunny to go again, and Jones with another rebound, her 14th.
When I look at how the defense, as JJ lines up a three.
That is the largest lead for the New York Liberty tonight. 17 points. Jonquel Jones has 14.
The Atlanta Dream kind of let them back in that fourth quarter as well, too. They've done that throughout the season. So putting together a complete game is keeping their foot on the gas and completely playing with that defensive intensity that they...
Right out of the timeout, Courtney Williams cuts into the lead. Leah to King, her first appearance in tonight's game. For Cheryl Reed, good ball movement by the Liberty, leads to the Astier. Straight to the cup and in with the left.
The way she turns her shoulders is what makes it so hard to contest her layups when she gets into the paint. She turns her shoulders back so the defense just blows by. She turns on the Jets in the paint.
We've seen it time and time again, and we've seen that as well. Kayla McBride.
One of the best three-point shooters in the league. And they're trying to get this three ball going. This is a team that doesn't have a lot of attempts, but they have the #1 three-point percentage in the league at 37%.
Nice look. Astier to Stewie, and a strong move by Stewart. Puts it up and puts it in, and she goes for three the old-fashioned way.
How did Astier smuggle that pass in? Exactly what it looked like. Just sneak.
High 32 points for Breanna Stewart, but Courtney Williams right back with the answer.
Man, it really felt everyone's been asking and talking to her about, you know, the top 50 rankings that came out, and they had Breanna Stewart at #5 in the league. And she said that, I feel like everyone looks at me as an underrated player, undervalued.
How's that for undervalued and underrated? 34 and counting.
It's always interesting to see how players respond to all-star starters, to, you know, lists that come out, how they kind of get up for that and take offense to it. I think Jonquel Jones is another example of it. She's having an all-star season.
Liberty defense once again collapsing in the paint, and another miss at point-blank range. Liberty break the press, and Breanna Stewart brings it back out to reset. Veteran move there. No need to hurry. Inside to JJ, mismatch on Williams. Stewie noticed it, couldn't get it to go. Second chance opportunity, reset. Here's Stewart, back to Ionescu. Inside to Stewie, great feed, can't get it to go. Can't get the tip back either. What peepers there by Ionescu.
The passing was excellent on both plays. Rolling to the basket, just couldn't get the layup to go.
Another great pass, gets it out to Ionescu. Tried to get inside the defense, taken away by Williams. Astier back. Williams kicks it out. McBride, catch and shoot, no good. A little overcooked. King there for the weak side board and putback.
It was great patience to find McBride, because she just waited a beat when she got in the paint to find her for the three ball, but King there to reap the rewards. They had 14 offensive rebounds in this game.
7 to shoot as that pass Studios. Inside to Phoebish, lays it up and in. Gets another deuce. She's up to 10 points, she's in double digits. And King led by Stewie's 34. Skip pass to Jones. Working on Kosu. Extra feed to Ionescu. Little off there.
I mean, this is a game that is circled on the calendar. Talked about how good the Liberty have been this season, even shorthanded, not fully healthy. But they knew facing the Minnesota Lynx on their home floor was going to be a test of what they can do. And coming off a Commissioner's Cup championship, Brianna Stewart said it. We're just learning how to build on these wins.
And Jonquel Jones said it after one of their recent losses. As Stewie goes up and she'll head to the... She said you have to play with heart. She added an expletive. I won't repeat that, not for TV. But the only way you could say things like that...
I can't harp on what other players have to do unless I'm in control of what I'm putting out there on the floor. And leading by example is exactly what she does. And once again, to educate her team, telling them what reads to make and getting them up to speed so they can be a collective unit.
Kosu lays it up in it. How about Jonquel Jones for the All-Star reserves?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Phoebish, corner pop is good. 3-ball, corner pocket for Phoebish.
She has been on fire as of late.
McBride can't get that to go. Jones tried to get her 16th rebound, couldn't corral it. Work back to Kosu, she comes out. Now King. Around JJ, step back is good for King. Great move there in the post by King. Potential shot clock and game clock up by a baker's dozen. Liberty and Lynx will remain the only two teams in the WNBA to not allow 100 points in a game. Liberty came so close